Trisha Todd, Agile, Mobile, Hostile, A Year with Andre Williams.
And I'm Eric Matthews. The film's about Andre Williams, and Andre is sort of an unsung legend, a hero, if you will, of the music business here in America, and someone whose music you've heard, but you probably haven't heard of him. And he's worked with everybody from Stevie Wonder to the Cramps. He's just an amazing, amazing guy, quite a character, and we had seen him perform, we'd met him. He'd been kind of on a list for a while of someone that we wanted to learn more about and make a film about, and so we tracked him down and made this film.
We started on this project on the documentary on Andre Williams because we met Andre and we'd listened to some of his music prior, the album Silky, which is a more contemporary album. And when we met Andre, we were so impressed with him as a person. He dresses like Cab Calloway. He is really flashy. He's really charming. He says bizarre things. So who is this guy? And I think everyone that meets Andre wonders that. And then from that moment, we started to listen to more of his music. And he goes way back to Motown and Chess Records and Rick Tick. So he has quite a musical history, and so once we started really looking at the story of Andre, we decided that this is a documentary that we would like to make. And he's an older guy too that has this new contemporary following now. And he's 74, so it's pretty interesting that he's kept up with the times. And he was before the times when he was recording back in the day, and now he's kept up with the times because he's so contemporary. And so we decided to embark on this documentary, and it's been quite a journey.
I would just add that, I think Andre comes from a period of time in American music when the system of making music took advantage of the talent. And I think Andre is sort of the perfect story to tell that story, because he's constantly gotten the wrong end of the deal. He's done all the work, he's made all the hits, he's helped make all the artists successful, but he remains sort of an enigma that people don't know about unless they've really dug in the crates and sought him out. Well, I think the first challenge was finding Andre. Andre is someone who doesn't stay in one place for very long, doesn't really keep a home base or a phone number, or at least at the time that we were starting to track him down, he didn't. So it took a bit to find him, and Trisha actually was fortunate enough to notice that he had performed in Austin around the time of South by Southwest, 2-3 years ago. And through that, we tracked down his manager, and then we were able to find him and go get him. So that was the first challenge. And then I think beyond that, just making a documentary is it's a challenge that's fun to undertake. So the whole process is kind of a journey to get through, whether it's a film about Andre or a film about anything. So.
Well, we knew that we wanted to tell Andre's story, but not necessarily in just straight talking heads with people talking about his history from beginning to end. And we didn't have a lot of archival footage to back it up because Andre's such a gypsy and he didn't really have anything to contribute. And we thought that the most engaging story would be to travel with Andre as he goes to gig, so start from one point and go to the end. So A Year with Andre Williams was what we had in mind. And we do include some of his backstory because I think that that's really pertinent to telling who he is here and now. So yeah, that was our goal, to just really be with him and show his daily struggle. And there are many, because he's not always making the best life choices. And so he goes through a tumultuous time in the year. And we really thought that that was the story that needs to be told, how this guy survives, and he is a survivor, and how he keeps going. So yeah, we had a clear idea of how we wanted to structure the story and tell the story.
It's a snapshot of where Andre is now that I think is pretty much an accurate snapshot to any point throughout his career. I mean, he may have had a little more energy, might have been a little younger at different periods, but Andre's very much in the moment. He's a very present person. He's still performing. He's still active. So it didn't feel right to do a big retrospective history of Andre Williams. It felt like, let's show this guy he's still out there. You should go see him play. I mean, he's amazing. So that's what we really wanted to do, was just kind of capture this crazy year with him. This is the second film we've done together, and our first film was about bicycles as sustainable transportation in Africa. Prior to that, we have a production company that we do together, does other type of work. We do DVD extras and EPK packages. So we've worked together for a while. We're also married, so we're partners in every sense of the word, and I think that's a great way to make films. We're able to really share a lot of the load and suffer together through the process of getting the film made. So.
Yeah, we both studied film at school. I studied at San Francisco Art Institute, and Eric studied at Columbia. So we both were doing the same thing in different places. And then in our professional realm, we were doing the same but different. And we both have a passion for documentaries, so it made a lot of sense that that would be our trajectory. So yeah, and it's really great also because we don't have a lot of outside financing for our projects. Well, zero actually. So it's helpful to be resourceful and to know how to work the camera and know how to do the sound and basically know how to do everything. Because I think for anyone that has an idea and a story to tell, you have to be resourceful because there's not a lot of financing out there. And we didn't want that to stop us, and I hope it doesn't stop other people either, because there's a lot of stories to be told, and docs are the best way to tell them. Yeah, my advice to people that are just starting out and wondering how they can make their own documentary is to pick up a camera and go start shooting and start trying to figure out how to construct a story. Most of the movies at AFI make it look pretty easy. I've been an audience member at AFI Film Festivals for years. But telling your own story is a little bit more challenging. But just to start, go do it. Go start shooting. Go start editing. Learn how to do everything. Because there are so many different media platforms now for people to have access to, and the technology, and it's just a really exciting time. So there's really no reason not to tell a story, not to go make your own movie, whether it's doc or a narrative.
I would add to that and say that the fact that there are so many available platforms now digitally, there's sort of one-off festivals like Popcorn Taxi, there's things like AFI, a more established prestigious film festival like AFI, and then there's just the fact that you can put stuff up on YouTube. So I think as long as when you set out to make your film, you have a realistic end goal, especially for your first film, and you don't have too wide-ranging an end goal, then everything's achievable. If you set out and think like you're going to win an Academy Award and put something on MySpace and put something up in a festival all at once, like it might get a little bogged down. So I think it's important to tell the story, get the equipment, go make the film, but be realistic about what you want to do with it and take the steps to get it in the right places, at the right time, and then the next film will carry on from there. I think AFI has been awesome, and I think one thing that's really been great about AFI is that they're very supportive of documentary, and we feel really honored to be a part of such a great range of documentary films. We've been in a number of other festivals this year, all of which have been equally supportive of us, but I think festivals in general have different levels of interest in documentary film, and so for us to be included in something in our hometown that's a festival that we've both enjoyed coming to for years, that's so supportive of the documentary medium, has really been great.
Yeah, I love AFI. And just coming as an audience member for so many years, and then being part of it as a filmmaker, it's really been amazing and really rewarding. And AFI has it all together. You guys are awesome.